We all commit this mistake while calculating our return on investment. Let it be investment in some securities or investment in business itself. While calculating return on investment, I've seen many people commit this mistake. It's because they do not understand the difference between internal rate of return and return on investment. Let's assume Mr. X has invested rupees 1 lakh. He earned rupees 20,000 in the first year as a return on investment. So he immediately calculated the return on investment as 20,000 divided by 1 lakh into 100, and he expressed his return on investment as 20%. This calculation is okay for the first year, but it is not okay to adopt the same calculation from second year onwards. Let's say this is the scenario from second year onwards. Already for the first year, he had calculated return on investment as 20%. Second year, third year, fourth year also, he is getting same 20,000 on 1 lakh. So in the subsequent years, that is 2, 3, 4 also, he calculated ROI as 20% each year. And in the fifth year, he earned 50,000. So he expressed the return on investment as 50%. It means overall he earned 1,30,000. But after fifth year, there is no return. There is no principal recovery also. This situation can be compared to any investment in securities where the recovery of principal is not assured. It can also be compared with any investment in business in your capacity as an owner, where you are not certain of recovering the principal invested amount. In those cases, what you have to understand is what you have received here is not return. They are actually cash flows from the investment, and majority of them goes towards the recovery of the initial investment or the principal amount. In this case, if you see over a period of 5 years, what was recovered is 1,30,000. which is 30,000 over and above the initial investment of 1 lakh. So on look, it gives an impression that it is a 30% return on investment for an invested period of 5 years. But this percentage is of no use for us. And we believed that in all these years it was actually delivering 20%, and in the fifth year it is delivering 50%. But the sad part is after 5 years, there is no return, there is no recovery of principal. So unless and until we are certain of recovery of the principal, we should not express the cash flow received in a year as return on investment. This mistake is committed by many of us. So how to overcome this mistake? What ideally we should calculate is internal rate of return and not the return on investment, where the principal recovery is not guaranteed. Here the mistake what we have committed, or what Mr. X has committed, is he treated the annual cash flow itself as return on investment. Number 2, he ignored the time value of money. He treated all the 20,000 in year 1, 2, 3, 4 on equal footing and expressed them as 20%, but actually the value of 20,000 received in year 2, 3, 4, they keep going down because the money is losing its value because of passage of time. So understand one thing, only when the cash flow, the sum of cash flow exceeds the investment amount, then only the business will start generating return on investment. That too, it should take care of time value of money. Sometimes even the cash flow will give us an illusion that it has exceeded the investment amount, but if we factor time value of money, then we will realize that it has not exceeded the investment amount. So what we are supposed to do is we are supposed to calculate internal rate of return, especially in those cases where the recovery of principal is not certain. If you take the same case and fit that in a Excel spreadsheet, assume this is the Excel spreadsheet with columns A, B and rows 1 to 6. Here I am placing the time as 0, cash outflow as 1 lakh, and here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 I am capturing the inflows. Now instead of getting carried away by looking at the sum total of 1,30,000, what I'm going to do is I'm going to see what is the actual return generated by this project by also considering the time value of money. So I will use the formula called IRR, which is going to basically take care of values in the cell from B6 to B1. If I do so, I'll get the value as 8.09%. And you know what is that? It means this investment of 1 lakh, we know it has generated in aggregate 30,000, right? Because 1,30,000 was the total cash generated, which is greater than 1 lakh, and we understand that the return is 30,000. But this 30,000 is not received in a single year. It is rather spread over a period of 5 years. And this 30,000 cannot be simply divided as 30,000 divided by 5, that is 6,000 per year. It's not like that. It is spread across 5 years. In the first 4 years, it was a common amount, and in the 5th year, it was slightly a higher amount. So by factoring all these timing elements, the pattern of cash, and then if we calculate what is the actual return that is generated, we get what is known as internal rate of return. And here, this calculation, this formula tells us this project has actually generated 8.09% as internal rate of return, and this is the return for the project as a whole. Yes, look at here. This is the return for the project as a whole. We carried the belief that this project was generating 20%, 50% and all, right? Then we carried this belief that this project was generating 30% over a period of 5 years. But considering the time value factors, what we come to understand now is this project is only generating 8.09%. So don't get carried away by big numbers, which is exceeding the investment amount, because this big number has not come in year 1. It has come in year 1 to 5, spread over 5 years. So its value is actually less. And that's what this calculation reveals. It is only 8.09%. So don't get carried away by return on investment. Always ask for what is internal rate of return. Do you wish to learn more? I invite you to check our Diamond Live membership. This is a membership program which will give you access to 130 plus pre-recorded online courses related to banking, credit, finance, accounting, costing and so on. It will also give you access to 100 plus ebooks related to these domains. Gives you access to all the live classes which we are going to conduct. Will also give you unlimited access to all the future e-publications in the form of courses, ebooks, templates and so on. So this membership program is only for those who want to be a lifelong learner. So if you are a lifelong learner and if you want to make use of this opportunity, you just have to WhatsApp me Diamond to the number seen on the screen or simply comment DUM. I will share you the details.